The Toronto Raptors have been short-handed over the last couple of weeks. Going into Monday's game against the Cavs, they played their last 7 games without at least 2 rotation players, their last 6 games without at least 3 rotation players, their last 5 games without at least 4 rotation players, and their last 3 games without at least 5 rotation players, as Josh Lewinberg of TSN outlined. However, despite that, the Raptors were able to go 5-5 during that stretch. When most teams would crumble, the Raptors stayed afloat. And then on Monday, 2 hours before tip-off, the Raptors announced Pascal Siakam would return to the floor for the first time after missing 10 games with a groin injury. Also, Scottie Barnes, who had missed 2 games with a knee strain, and Delano Banton, who had missed 3 with an ankle injury, both returned. Even Justin Champagnie, who has been out most of the season with a back problem, was available. The Raptors had everyone back and healthy, with the exception of Otto Porter Jr. and Precious Achiuwa, who Nick Nurse said it'll be at least another 2 to 3 weeks before they have a clear timeline for his return. What's going on, everyone? Luca Rosano here, back with another video. In this one, I'm going to be talking about the Toronto Raptors and how a healthy Raptors team is a lethal one. Be sure to hit a like on this video, it helps it a ton, and subscribe to the channel if you are new for more videos just like this. I do want to apologize for the lack of live streams this season. I've been busy with a lot of stuff in my personal life, so live streaming has been tough for me to do, but I'm still able to pump out these videos. As you've noticed, I've been creating content on other NBA teams as well, so the plan going forward is to drop Raptors and NBA content weekly. Not in the starting lineup Monday were Scottie Barnes and Gary Trent Jr., which came as a surprise as both of them have started 175 of the 176 regular season games they've been healthy for, dating back to the start of last season. In their place were Thad Young, who has been great in his 5 starts while the Raptors have been shorthanded, and Hernan Gomez, who has shown some flashes of solid play. But the main story of the night, of course, was the return of Pascal Siakam, the All-NBAer who leads the Raptors in scoring, rebounding, and assists. Only one of 3 players in the NBA who leads all 3 categories respectively for their team. The other 2, Luka Doncic and Nikola Jokic. Siakam picked up from where he last left off. In his first game in 24 days, he produced 18 points, 11 rebounds, and 5 assists in 30 minutes of action, as Toronto beat the red-hot Cavs, winners of 5 of their last 6 coming in. Again, it was a convincing 100-88 victory. And Siakam, he did his part from the jump. He did not miss a beat. He scored on his first touch of the game and hit a jump hook a moment later. Siakam's ability to create for himself was back on full display in this one, as he then dropped a 3 from the corner and 3 straight pull-up jumpers in the second quarter to help the Raptors build a nice lead against the Cavs. And this Cavs team, they just seem like they're out of sync. They were never really in this game. It's the Siakam factor that will allow the Raptors to try to regain their form from the first 10 games of the season. He was on, and the way he's able to pick apart defenses this year, that's what makes him an elite player and puts him at an all-star level. And this is what Scottie Barnes had to say about Siakam's play in his return. And I quote, "Great to have Pascal back out there. You see him doing amazing things. Score the ball at a higher level, being efficient, rebounding, pushing the ball. The things that he brings to the game. It's amazing to see. Watching Pascal play is like, wow, damn. Every move he makes, the step backs, the spin moves, double spin moves. You know it's coming, but still, bang. It's great to have him back out there on the floor," close quote. Aside from Siakam's return, what also stood out was the Raptors' defense. They held the Cavaliers to just 37.8% shooting and 7 of 38 from 3 for the night. Toronto also held Cavs star Donovan Mitchell to just 8 points, 22 below his season average. Now, this was in large part to OG Anunoby's defense, which continues to be at a Defensive Player of the Year level. OG has been on an incredible defensive stretch, locking down some of the toughest covers in the league. Luka Doncic even had high praise of OG on Saturday night. Also, with Siakam coming back, there didn't seem to be disruption amongst the other players, especially with OG Anunoby, particularly his offense, which I hope continues to flow the way that it has. OG provided the most offensive production with Siakam out of the lineup. Obviously, that will dip, but I still want to see OG get his own on offense. He did finish this game with 20 points. Also, Gary Trent Jr. seemed to have more of a pep in his step. Van Vliet and Barnes finished in double figures. And it was nice to still see Thad Young have 10 and 7. Hopefully his production is still there with the return of Siakam and Barnes. Overall, this Raptors team looked good on both ends. The bottom line, though, is this. If the Raptors want to do better than they did last season and make a run, they need Pascal Siakam to have a full season of dominance, supported by a healthy and versatile supporting cast. If all those things happen, then this Raptors team becomes a very dangerous one in the East. Bucks and the Celtics are in a tier of their own right now. Let's call it for what it is. And I do have them ahead of the Raptors. Nets and the Sixers are intriguing too because they have the star power. But outside of that, there's not a team that would worry me in a best of 7 playoff series. I know people are throwing out teams like the Hawks, the Cavaliers, the Heat, who got off to a poor start. They're starting to turn it around a bit, but none of those teams would faze me in a best of 7. I really think if this Raptors team is fully healthy, and this is a team that's led by Pascal Siakam playing at an elite level, the Raptors could very well be the wild card in this year's Eastern Conference. Now, I know it's still very early, but you look at what the Raptors did without some of their main pieces. Everybody's coming back. They still are without 2 other good pieces, and Achua and Otto Porter Jr. So you can only imagine how this team will look once they are at full strength once again. The Raptors are 11-9, and now we'll be heading out to take on a very tough New Orleans Pelicans team. I'm very much looking forward to that game. I did drop a video about the Pelicans the other day, and a Brooklyn team that is starting to get it going a bit. They are starting to figure it out, and they have won their last couple of games in a row. So we'll see how the Raptors do against both of these teams. The Raptors trying to get more momentum built here. They are 2 games over 500 and looking to build on that. But something tells me this Raptors team, they're just getting started as they finally start to get healthy. So that is just my reaction to the Raptors over the last couple of weeks and how they stand now with key guys coming back. What is your reaction to this Raptors team and how they stand now? Do you agree with what I have to say or do you disagree? Let me know in the comment section down below. Your commentary is greatly appreciated, and I do really appreciate everybody on this channel for their continued support. This is Luca Rosano signing off. As always, thank you so much for watching. Hit a like and subscribe on your way out, and I'll catch you all again in the next video. Take care.